Hello and welcome back to Rosie Sews Modern Vintage. I'm Rosie and it's really lovely to have you here today. So I told you in a previous vlog that I have been taking part in the Whole 30 challenge by Pink Mimosa. I think that's how you say it. I'll put her name down the bottom anyway. Where we try and use up 30 meters of fabric from my stash before I buy anything else. So I thought today I would give you an update and see how I was getting on. So let's get to it. Yes, the Whole 30 challenge. When I saw this challenge, I was really excited about it because I see other people sort of putting themselves on a fabric buying ban and things like that, and I think maybe I should do that, but it's kind of there's no incentive to do it really. But the Whole 30 challenge is set up so that you aim to sew 30 meters of fabric before you buy anything else, and if you do buy something, then you start the 30 all over again. So what's so great about that is it really encourages you to shop from your stash. And I don't know if you're like me, but I buy stuff thinking, oh yeah, that'll be perfect for a specific project I'm thinking of. Like, I love that to make a dress. And then it goes into the stash and I keep it in my head that I want to make that dress, but then I never actually get around to it, and there's always something new coming along that I want to do instead. So it's actually really been great for me to focus on what I've got in my stash and to just get on with it really. Just to pull my finger out, stop lusting after new fabrics and get on with the things that I knew that I wanted to make originally. Now, one of the first things I made when I was working on my Whole 30 project is something that I've already shown you, which was my green circle skirt. So that used up 3.5 meters straight away of my 30 meter challenge. So that was brilliant. And so far I've actually managed to sew up 16 meters of my fabric, which I'm really pleased about. If you think that was 16 meters that was just sat in my stash before. So that seems like a really good achievement. So let me show you what I've made. First thing that I want to show you is something I made using some fabric that was gifted to me by Felicity Fabrics. I am including gifted fabrics into my Whole 30 because I find even with those, I'm still sometimes reticent to sew them up, even though I've got plans for them, just because there's something more exciting around the corner. So I have actually included my gifted fabrics in with my challenge. So what I used was this beautiful French terry from Felicity Fabrics. It's actually a colour palette that I've not sewn a lot of. It's like a terracotta, paprika kind of orangey brown, and then the lighter stripes are like a pale apricot colour. Really pretty, and just the softest, loveliest French terry that you could wish to sew with. And I made this into the Pearl Cardigan by Tilly and the Buttons. I'll put some photographs up here. Now, I knew that this was a cropped style, the Tilly and the Buttons Pearl Cardigan. So I decided not to lengthen it to start with because I do like that cropped kind of more vintage look. And I thought I would just see how it sewed up. So as you may be able to see from the pictures, it's sitting just at the top of my waistband on my trousers, and these are quite high-waisted trousers. So I think next time I make one of these, and there definitely will be a next time because I really love the pattern, I will lengthen it by 1 inch, I think, so that I don't lose that nice cropped look, but at the same time it does actually sit properly on the waistband of my clothes. I've paired it with a few things in my wardrobe. I wouldn't have thought I'd have much to go with it because of the colour of this, and you know me, I normally go with like reds and blues, but it's actually amazing how many things, especially patterned garments, I've got that do go with it. I'll put a link to this fabric if there's any left on the Felicity Fabrics website. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. With regards to pattern matching with the stripes, I'm afraid to say I really didn't do it. I was not too well when I was making this, and I had a lot of brain fog, and I just couldn't think about pattern matching. It was just too much for me. So you can see that at the back on the neckband, look, there's quite a quite a difference there in the two pieces of fabric that I cut. Quite pleased with that. And it is a really lovely jumper cardigan to wear. Just feel cozy, but also feel like you've made a bit of an effort, you know. So yeah, 100% recommend the pearl cardigan by Tilling the Buttons. Although I would say either make up a toile or do lengthen it by an inch or so, depending on how long you are in the body. The next thing I want to show you is something I made from a piece of fabric that has been in my stash for forever. It was something that I bought from Hagar, Haggadashery's D-Stash account. It's this beautiful cherry print cotton. You know me, I can't resist a cherry print, and I've had this probably a good 18 months, maybe longer, waiting for the perfect project. And I decided to have a go at the Jennifer Lauren afternoon blouse. I'll put a picture here. I hadn't heard of this blouse, not really seen it on Instagram or anything, until Jennifer did, I think it was maybe for Black Friday, she did some crazy sale, like 30% off all her patterns. And so I had a really good look through everything that she had. And I saw the afternoon blouse and I thought, that's so pretty. And I really like the fact it's just got one single button as well. I think that's a really nice detail. So I thought I definitely want to give that a go. And it's a really cheap pattern as well. I think it's only about £6 to start with, or maybe a little bit more, but it was the cheapest out of all of her patterns. So I didn't really have to think too hard about it. I was like, yes, I'm definitely going to get that. So this is the finished blouse. It's got grown on sleeves, which is lovely because that's really simple. And then we've got the crossover detail here, and I used a self-covered button as well. I didn't actually sew a buttonhole because I can get the blouse on over my head anyway, so I don't need to open it. So I just sort of saved myself a bit of stress with the buttonhole function, which we all know is always a bit temperamental on our sewing machines, isn't it? So I just sewed the button on the front here. What was I going to tell you about it? I like the style. I really think it's a very pretty style, but I think in cotton it's a bit, or this cotton, it's a bit too crisp and thick for the blouse. I think it would look much prettier in something that's got a bit more drape, or even in like a cotton lawn, because this is a poplin, or even a quilted cotton could be a little bit thicker than poplin. So in a lawn it would be fine, or like gorgeous in a viscose or crepe or something like that. I really like the look though, and it looks nice with my full skirts, my big circle skirts and things for a vintage look. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and I know I'll get a lot of wear out of it. Here's a picture of me wearing it. Look at the difference in my hair. I sort of wasn't sure whether I was going to like my hair shorter, but when I look at this picture, I think, yeah, the short hair definitely works better for me now. Yeah, so that was the Jennifer Lauren afternoon blouse. And then the last garment that I've got to show you is something that really is going to be a garment for summer. It's not something that I'll really get a lot of wear out right now, but it is in this completely crazy cassette print cotton. This is from Minerva. Again, it was a gifted fabric for their blog, or for my profile, and I knew I wanted to make a summer skirt out of it, but I wasn't sure what pattern. And in the end, I went for my tried and tested, made a million times, Madeline skirt by Victory Patterns. The problem is I don't like promoting this pattern because it only goes up to a size 16. So I have to size this up by several inches in order to get it to fit me. But because it's a simple shape, it's easy to do. It doesn't have any darts or anything, so it's very simple. I absolutely love this fabric. It just takes me back to my teenage years in the 90s when I used to make mixtapes for my friends, and then when I started going out with my now husband, we'd make mixtapes for each other. It's like romantic little presents. So I just loved it. It is crazy. It's not a grown-up fabric by any means, but it's fun. I've made it maxi length so that during the summer I can just wear it with my sandals and a little like vest top or shell top or something like that. It'll just be really easy and wafty and flowy for a hot day. I finished it off on the back with a gorgeous, oops, let's get that in the light, purple button from the wonderful Cut One pair. They have an amazing range of notions, buttons, and also sewing labels. And I think, did I use oh no, I haven't put a sewing label in this one, but their sewing labels are so cute. I really recommend you go and have a look at them. So those are the clothes that I've sewn as part of my Whole 30 challenge that you haven't already seen. As I said to you before, I used up 16 meters of fabric that would have otherwise been sitting in my stash. So I'm really, really pleased with that. I've made a start. This is another, this dress that I'm about to show you part of is used 5 meters. So if we count this as well, I've used 21 meters of fabric. And this is going to be the penny dress by Sew Over It. I absolutely love the shoulder detail. There's like you sort of gather the back piece and the front piece and attach it to this strip that goes along your shoulder. Just think that's so pretty, and those little details that just add to that kind of 1940s style I really, really like. So yes, this is another 5 meters that is on its way to being sewn. However, I am now going to have to start my challenge again because I did buy some material. So I'll show you what I got. The first thing I bought from a new shop to me. I've not come across them before. It's called Fleur I think that's how you pronounce it, which actually I looked it up on Google Translate and literally translated from French that means flower and bear. So there we go. Anyway, the lady that runs it, she was making a blouse out of this fabric, and I saw it and I just thought, I don't care that I'm supposed to be on a fabric ban on the Whole 30 challenge. I am getting that. I am having it because I absolutely love it. And when you see it, you'll know it's very me. All of the things that I can never resist. Red and strawberries. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? It's just a poplin. Nothing sort of exciting or special about it, but I really, really love this red and pink strawberry print. I love the little white strawberry flowers every now and again. It's just super cute, and I plan to make that into a Gertie Charm Patterns Rita blouse for that one. And then to go with it, this is some gifted fabric from Minerva. This is a delivery that I've literally just got for the latest blog. I thought to go fantastically with this would be a red gingham. So the Rita blouse in the top, and then I thought a circle skirt on the bottom for that. So that's really nice. This is, oh sorry, I forgot to say, this is £12 a metre, and I bought 1.25 meters because she actually sells in quarter meters, which is brilliant. So I bought 1.25 meters for a Rita blouse. Technically I only need a meter according to the pattern, but I just worried that I wouldn't quite have enough, so I just went up an extra 25 centimeters. And this is the yarn dyed cotton gingham, and this on Minerva's website is £10.99 a metre, and I've got 3.5 meters of that, so I've got plenty to make my circle skirt. The next piece of fabric is something that I got from a seller on Facebook called Jane Austen Fabrics, I think, and she just sells really bargain cottons and polycottons. And when I saw this, again, you know that I couldn't resist this. More cherries. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. This was £3.95 a metre. It's cotton poplin again, and I got 3.5 meters, I think, because I want to make a Cressida jumpsuit from Sew Me Something in this. I thought this would be super fun as a jumpsuit in the summer, something that I'll get a lot of wear out of. Last summer I wore loads of jumpsuits. I've got a couple that I made in Jersey, the Nassima jumpsuit from Sew Over It, and I had got one of these but it's a little bit tight on me now because of COVID weight. So I thought a new Cressida jumpsuit would be great as well, because they're just so easy to throw on, and you know, just one garment and you're dressed kind of thing when it's a hot day, or if you're just going down to the beach or something. You don't want to be worrying too much about what you're wearing. It's a nice thing to choose. So yes, I thought jumpsuit in some cherries would be just the ticket for me. And as I say, that was £3.95 a metre. And then the final piece of fabric is totally not seasonal appropriate, but when I saw it, it was on the Minerva. It's a gifted fabric from Minerva again. When I saw it, I jumped at the chance because I really wanted to get some over the winter, and that is this mustard boucle. So it's got some stretch to it. It's thick, but not, it's like coating thick, but not really, really thick. And with this, I want to make the Simple Sew cocoon coat, which is an unlined kind of Cardigan, which I thought would be really nice. Maybe I will get it done in the next few weeks so I can wear it for spring, but if not, this will be nice for the autumn, going into the winter, to have something to throw on when it's a bit chilly. So yeah, that's all of my lovely purchases. As I say, I've now got to start again on my whole 30, but I'm feeling really positive after how much I achieved in my last go at the challenge, and I think, yeah, it'd be great if I could do another 16 meters and before I buy any more fabric. It's a really good incentive. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and got some ideas maybe as to something you could sew up for the coming spring and summer. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody that watches my videos, and I would love it if you could subscribe and also click that notification bell as well, so you know when I'm posting new videos. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and of course, happy sewing. Bye.